Hello and welcome to my channel. For those of you who are just joining, my name is Ricardo Sims. To my OG, how y'all doing? I hope y'all are staying blessed in this season. Today, I want to talk about fasting because it has helped me tremendously with my journey, with my walk with Christ. You know, I've just come to Christ like probably almost 2 years now going. Yeah, almost 2 years. Let's say almost 2 years, about 18 months or something like that. And my journey, you know, I'm coming from a very long way. You know, I'm coming from a mighty far way, but I'm grateful to see what, the Lord has done in my life. And I just want to tell you, I want to make this video because I've received messages of people asking me, how do you fast? There's a lot of Christians who don't fast, but they're struggling, and then they don't understand why they're struggling and caught up with the world. Because, if you're coming from the world, if you're coming from the world, of course, you've been feeding your flesh for a long time. So you're caught up with the world. You have a lot of things that you feel like you can't do without. And your spirit, we're all spirit. This thing is a spiritual everything, so you have to grow spiritually. And your spirit has to be stronger than your flesh to overcome the things of the world, because your flesh, your body, it's attached to the things of the world, but your spirit is inclined with the things of God, because God is spirit. We're just in a body. We're all spirits, but we're in a suit. We're wearing this suit. And unfortunately, this suit that God has given unto us belongs to this world and the things of this world. So in order for you to grow spiritually, you have to feed your inner man, which is your spirit. And how can you do that? Is eating the word. The word is our daily bread. We have to eat just as how you would eat something else in the world. You eat food, you have to eat the word. I'm telling you this because it's what helped me. And another thing of helping yourself to get discipline and helping yourself to deny your flesh is fasting. Specifically 21 days of Daniel fasting, where you have to eliminate dairy products, eliminate meats altogether. It's a fruit and vegetable fasting. And I want to tell you that it helped me tremendously. Before I got saved in January 2021, before I got saved, I started this fasting in 2020 in October, and it was a Daniel fast. And when I started that fasting, I was just seeking why I couldn't live the way I was living. And I was just seeking growth, truth, understanding from God and not from someone else. So I started this fasting. And when I started the fasting, I messed up 2-3 times, and I restarted the fasting again. It was hard because I couldn't eat anything. I couldn't eat anything what I love. Like, I couldn't have any chicken. I couldn't have no meat, no sweets, nothing. All I had to do was fruits, vegetable, and juice. No, not juice. Water, but you can have natural juice if you make it from scratch, like orange juice, whatever fruit juice you can make. But at that point, I just wanted it to be so natural, to the point where I wanted to go back to the Bible days. In the Bible days, they didn't have all these kind of stuff. So I imagined that they had to drink just water and pick the fruits off the tree. That's how drastic I wanted it. And I screwed up a few times along the way, but I restarted it. And at the end of that fasting, I heard the voice of God, and that's the only time I've heard it audible, clear as day. It was terrifying. And but that fasting helped me drastically. And when I did that in October of 2020, I had to do it again in November, and I had to do it again in December, and I had to get it again in January of 2021. And it continued like that for about 4 or 5 months continually, and it was hard because I'm like, when am I became so skinny. I became so skinny because I wasn't eating, all the dairy things and all the meat and all that kind of calorie stuff, and what that did for me was it transformed my mind. I was I was a whole nother person after the fasting. I felt much better, and I realized that that's what helped me to become disciplined. That's what helped me to obey whatever God says. It's just what it is. I'm not going to question it. I'm not going to fight it, because I now realize that I became stronger in spirit, and I'm now able to say no to sin. I'm now able to say no to a lot of things. I'm now able to say no to my desires when I used to have a whole lot of desires of the world. So fasting helped me tremendously. And I want to show you how I did it. After that, I got a book, and I dedicated to fasting, and I would write down on the paper whatever I'm fasting about. For example, this was a 7-day fast, and it says, "Dear Heavenly Father, I'm doing this fast in hopes to hear from you. It's a 6 a.m. to 1 p.m. no water, no food fast. And I said, I want direction in my life. I want to start whatever. What should I do in this moment? Hear from you, Lord. Deliver me from the spirit that deliver me from spirits that are not of you. So these are the things I'm fasting for. I'm not always asking God to give me blessing. I'm asking about spiritual stuff, because if you're getting blessings and you're not spiritually inclined with God, and you're not spiritually strong, what are you going to do with that blessing? Because you're going to still have all that depression, anxiety, the worldly things. But when you're delivered from all those things and you're spiritually strong and you know who you are, those things that comes afterwards, you better be able to understand, listen, I'm happy that you gave me these things, God, but if you don't give me them, I'm still going to serve you. I'm still going to be inclined with you. It's all about you before any blessings that you give me, and that's what happens when you put your spiritual relationship with Christ above anything else. Yes, you should be asking God for things, but you shouldn't be going into fasting just to ask for something, because who wants a relationship where you only come to me because you want something? All right. For example, your parents. You love your parents, right? You love them, but sometimes you ask them, Mom, can I get this phone? Mom, can I go on this field trip? You're not going to just go to mom and dad and just start spending this whole bunch of time around dad and mom because you want to ask her for that phone or ask her for that field trip. No, you're spending time with her regardless in general. So fasting is the same concept. We go to God because we want him. We love him and we want to spend time, but we want to grow with him. But we also can ask him for things. But that should not be your main focus. So your fasting should be intentional. So that's why I write whatever my situation is, I write it down. And yes, I do ask God for things, but I'm not going in fasting only because I want something from him. Yes, I want advice. I want to understand what to do next. I want to understand all that, but I'm not going to just go to God and say, God, I want blessings, so that's the only reason why I'm fasting. If you have that mindset, that's not what it is. So you have to change your mindset of how you see fasting, So as I said, I'm not saying fasting is not to ask God for nothing. I'm also saying you can ask God for things. You can ask God to deliver you. You can ask God for, revelation. You can ask God for stuff in the fasting, but make sure it's not the only reason why you're fasting. That's my point, And I remember fasting and asking God for a way out, because I needed a way out, because I had to leave the world behind and all the ways I used to get money and all that kind of stuff. And I remember fasting for months and months and asking God, I need a job. I need a way out. I need you to make a way for me. And I kept fasting. I asked God the first time, he didn't respond. I asked God the second time, he didn't respond in that manner to me, and him not responding to me means that it's not time. But for me, I continued to fast. I never doubted God, but there were moments when I took it upon myself to start doing things on my own, and God didn't approve of that. So nothing became of those things I started or trying to do without him telling me, go and do it. But the moment when I continued to fast and trusted God, when the time was right, the Lord made it happen. And I'm grateful for that, because all those moments when I was asking God for an opportunity, I was learning to overcome my anxiety and depression. So how can I ask God for an opportunity to work with other people or to, start something or to do something when I am struggling? I didn't see it like that. I just needed to find a way to take care of myself in this moment. But all throughout that moment, I was taken care of by God, but it's like, I think I need to be in control, because that's all I've ever known, to take care of myself and to all that kind of stuff. But I didn't understand that God really means that I will provide for you. I will take care of you. It is not your situation. You come to me, you leave everything behind to follow me. Don't you think that I will provide for you? Don't you think that I understand it's hard for you? But I cannot send you on an opportunity when you're struggling. If I send you an opportunity when you're struggling, you're going to lose that opportunity. So sometimes when we don't understand, God sees ahead of us. God sees more than we can see. In that moment, we think that's all we want, but we want it, but God's not going to give it to us so we can end up to lose it. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to tell you that I don't want this video to be very long. So fasting is truly important. It helped me tremendously. And I want you to understand that fasting can help you too, if you fast with the right intention. God is not a genie where you go to him just because you want something. First, you have to love this man. You have to, because he's worthy to be loved. He loves us before we even love him. He created us and give us all that we have around us, So all glory be to God. To my brothers and sisters, start that fasting today. Start that fasting today. Trust me, start that fasting today, not thinking about it that, okay, because I fasted this time, something should happen today. No, that's not how you do it. You know, you fast and you continue to fast and you continue to fast. When you don't have a response, you don't get frustrated. You don't get fed up of fasting and say, this fasting thing ain't working for me. Nothing is happening. You can't have that mindset because you're doubting before you even receive an answer. And the Bible tells you when you're asking of something or you're praying into God, believe that you already received it before you received it. Fasting helps you to build your confidence, your spiritual man, and your growth with your walk with Christ. And you're going to be able to reject and deny a whole lot of things when it comes your way, because now you're stronger in spirit more than you are in flesh. So glory be to God. I just wanted to share that with you. I hope you will be able to take away something from this video. Love y'all, peace to y'all, and I hope that you will try this fasting, and if you decide to do the Daniel fast, go the way I explained. Do natural things, do all things natural, everything natural. I didn't use any seasoning from the store. I created everything from natural things, natural onions, everything was natural for me, and yeah, it was hard, but it was well worth it, so God bless. Until then, stay blessed. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. When you interact with this video, you're now able to allow the algorithm of YouTube to push it out so many more people can see what God is saying in this season. God bless. I love y'all again. I think I said that about the third time. Anyways, bye.